What's going on, you guys? So Ethereum season is here. All right. Ethereum season is here. Now, what does this mean? Why am I bullish on Ethereum for the next 3 months? And what does this ultimately lead to? And when is altcoin season if Ethereum season is here? Now, for those of you guys who have been paying attention to the crypto market for the past 2 years, past 3 years, we've been in a Bitcoin dominant market where Bitcoin has essentially outperformed the majority of the crypto market. The Bitcoin dominance chart in terms of comparing Bitcoin and all of the rest of the crypto market in terms of market cap was steadily rising up. And now it looks like we found a top for Bitcoin dominance, and the ETH BTC pair, which is comparing the price of Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, looks like it bottomed. Ethereum has risen from $1,300 to $4,500, $4,800 even. It just hit its all-time high. It got rejected by the all-time high, basically. And it looks like we're in Ethereum season right now, all right? And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why I believe that and what does this mean and when is altcoin season if Ethereum season is here now, all right? Now, before I get into that, I want to let you guys know nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your financial counselor. What you decide to do with your money is up to you, and you need to take responsibility for your buys and your sells. So what is Ethereum season? So for those of you guys who don't know, Ethereum season is when Ethereum starts to outperform the rest of the market, similar to when Bitcoin has outperformed the rest of the market over the past year. Ethereum, a few months ago, we were hearing even that Ethereum is dead, Ethereum's not coming back. And I was saying on my channel that Ethereum's not dead, it's not coming back, or it is coming back, I should say. And for those of you guys who want to watch that video, I made a video a few months back saying why Ethereum is underperforming and why that's likely to change in the future later on in the bull market and later on this year. And I talked about a few things as to why Ethereum's underperformed so far in 2025 and why I think that will likely change and pivot. And lo and behold, my conviction paid off, and Ethereum is now $4,500. It broke past its all-time high, and I think it's likely to continue. And in terms of altcoin season, I know a lot of you guys are talking about altcoin season, and you guys want to know when altcoin season is going to start. And the answer is that Ethereum needs to break above $5,000 and break above its all-time high. If you guys want altcoin season, if you guys are looking for altcoin season, and you guys think we're in an altcoin season now even, well, I'm telling you right now that the party hasn't even started until Ethereum gets above $5,000. Now, the reason why this is because when Ethereum breaks past $5,000, it is essentially a green light for the rest of the crypto market because it shows confidence in other things besides Bitcoin. The way the money flows in crypto is it goes Bitcoin first, all right, because it's a little bit less, Bitcoin pumps first. Then we finally find an Ethereum BTC pair bottom, and then Ethereum pumps. And then when Ethereum pumps, we see the altcoins start to pump a few weeks later. And so we're getting very, very close to that point of view. A lot of you guys, for those of you guys who've been watching me for a long time, I was talking about Ethereum when it was under $2,000, $1,500, $1,600, $2,000, $2,500. It's now at $4,500. So if you guys listen to the content, you guys listen to what I said, you guys would have made more Bitcoin with your Ethereum from that point. Now, why do I think that Ethereum season is going to continue for the foregoing future? Well, there are a few reasons. The first is that Ethereum Treasury companies. So for those of you guys who have been following Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy or all these Bitcoin Treasury companies, to keep it simple, what these companies are starting to do is they're starting to leverage the assets on their balance sheet and they're starting to buy Bitcoin. And to keep it simple, basically, as long as they can keep selling their stock to buy more Bitcoin, then it's a reflexive positive feedback loop that then continues to pump the Bitcoin price and puts a lot of demand, a lot of buying demand on Bitcoin, okay? And Bitcoin has really performed very well compared to Ethereum and other altcoins because of this buy demand, as well as the ETF inflows, basically Wall Street buying Bitcoin. And the thing about Ethereum now is that Ethereum is starting to come out with a lot of, Ethereum Treasury companies. So a few to look at would be SharpLink Gaming, made by Joe Lubin, the co-founder of Ethereum. He's creating a Ethereum Treasury company, and he's raising a lot of money to then buy Ethereum and then stake the Ethereum. And that's going to be a lot of buying demand on Ethereum. All right. Bitmine has pivoted from being a Bitcoin mining company to an Ethereum treasury company where they're going to leverage the assets on their balance sheet and raise money to buy Ethereum and stake it. So they're going to lock their Ethereum up and they're going to earn a yield. And then they're going to use that yield to either buy back their stock or buy more Ethereum. All right. Because for those of you guys who don't know, Ethereum works as proof of stake. So you're able to stake your Ethereum, lock it up, and then get a yield from Ethereum. And then those proceeds, that yield that they're going to get, can be used to buy more stuff and gives the company cash flow. So a lot of companies that are either zombie corporations or zombie businesses are pivoting into this because it gives them another revenue source, and it's a way for them to get more capital a lot more quickly. And then their shareholders obviously profit as a result. Another one is the Ether Machine with Tommy Lee, or not Tommy Lee. The Ether Machine is another one. Tommy Lee's Bitmine. All right. But the Ether Machine is another one that's been raising a lot of money to buy Ethereum. So that's the first reason why I think Ethereum will continue to outperform Bitcoin, and we're going to continue to be in Ethereum season for the foregoing future. All right. So the Ethereum Treasury companies is going to create a massive amount of buying demand for ETH that it didn't have before. Okay. The second thing is ETF inflows. ETFs have been more interested in Ethereum, more interested in Ethereum. There's been a lot of substitutions, a lot of swaps from the Bitcoin ETFs, which is what Wall Street was buying for the past 2 years, basically, to Ethereum. So a certain portion of those inflows have been rapidly increasing. So Wall Street's interest towards Ethereum and towards other altcoins are going to continue. So ETF inflows is another reason why I think that Ethereum is going to continue to perform very well compared to Bitcoin. The third reason is improved regulations. Improved regulations means that with the Genius Act, with stablecoins, that was the first regulation that passed through. And that's going to continue to happen with the Crypto Clarity Act, which is essentially going to be regulations for DeFi. And the White House just created a bill that's talking about crypto and DeFi and things like this, decentralized finance. And Donald Trump is going to adopt these things a lot. ETFs for altcoins are coming out very soon. I believe they're likely going to get approved in September. Solana, XRP, and Dogecoin. So Dogecoin's going to get an ETF. Dogecoin's going to get an ETF. Solana's going to get an ETF. Another ETF, I should say. And the XRP ETF will also probably be approved, which will be a catalyst for altcoin season. So if this demand increases, I think Ethereum will breach past $5,000 in the next few months, probably August, I would assume, or not August, September. All right. And Ethereum will breach past its all-time high, which will then give confidence to the altcoins in the crypto market, which will then lead us into altcoin season. Okay. So the simple answer to the question is, when does altcoin season start? I have a video on what is an altcoin season. For those of you guys who want to go back to my old videos and look at when altcoin season begins. Altcoin season, I said in that video that Ethereum needs to be a little bit higher in price in order for us to really get an altcoin season. And to be more specific in this video, Ethereum needs to get above $5,000, which is past its all-time high. It needs to establish that all-time high as support, which means that if the price dips down to the all-time high, right now it's considered resistance. When it's established as support, that gives confidence in Ethereum, which then pumps up. It'll probably go to higher highs, probably $6,000, $7,000 next. And then that gives confidence into all the tokens that are then paired with the Ethereum coin. All right, so a lot of liquidity for altcoins are paired with Ethereum. So when Ethereum goes up, it automatically sells assets into those altcoins, which then prop up those altcoins as well, just by default. And once Ethereum gets past its all-time high, it also is essentially a speculation bet. A lot of people are going to be speculating at the same time that ETFs are going to get approved with certain altcoins. And then on top of that, people are just going to take profits in the blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then they're going to gamble into altcoins to try to make more Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you guys have been watching my channel, we're ahead of that curve. We know what's going to happen, or we are very confident with what's going to happen because we do a lot of research. And the answer is that once Ethereum breaks past $5,000, it's really time to party with the altcoins. All right. It's really time to party with the altcoins. And I'm excited for all of you guys who are maybe making your first amount of money in crypto. And for those of you guys who are on this journey with me and you guys are doing your own research, you have your own thesis, you're engaging with me, asking me in the comments, asking me in DMs. I really appreciate all of your guys' support, and I'm happy for you guys who are finally making the bag and your conviction has paid off. All right. So I'm going to keep it short here. I'm going to get to the point. Ethereum season is here. It's going to continue to outperform Bitcoin from here, I believe. And altcoin season, when does altcoin season start? Ethereum needs to get to $5,000 and hold $5,000 and break past $5,000. Once that happens, I believe that altcoin season will start and will begin until at least October of this year. All right. So that's what I think. If you guys have any questions, please write to me in the comments. If you guys found value in this video, it's brief and to the point, but it's enough information to where you can digest it. It's very digestible, and it hopefully can provide the largest amount of value for the amount of time that you spend watching my video. So thank you guys for all the support. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube. Instagram is down in the description, Chase Your Grace. TikTok is down in the description, Chase Your Grace. Hit the notification bell to know when I upload new videos. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good day. And if you guys have any questions on this, please write in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you and bless up.